Hi everyone, I am Sailor Solitaire. Welcome to your mid-July 2017 tarot reading. This is really exciting stuff. This is the mid-month of the mid-year. And I hope that you're all doing well. We did just have a full moon in Capricorn. And I feel like that was really good energy for a lot of signs. For me personally, I have my moon in Capricorn in the 6th house. So it was a bit, cathartic, to say the least. And now I do feel like, things are looking a lot more positive, a lot brighter. So hopefully you guys are riding that same wave as well. If not, stay tuned. We'll see what the rest of this month has in store for you guys. So don't worry. And if you haven't already watched your July 2017 tarot reading, don't forget to watch that. I will link it at the end of this video as well as in the description box below. As always, I hope you guys enjoy this reading. I hope you find value in it. And let's get started. Hey Libras, what's going on? Welcome to your mid-July reading. And right away we have the Wheel of Fortune showing up. So the Wheel of Fortune is a major arcana card, and usually this is a good omen, especially in the upright position. But, this is kind of a wild card, to be honest. This is like, a spinning wheel. It's like the roller coaster that is life, basically. The Wheel of Fortune is like, it's a reminder that we are subject to these things that are out of our control. So if you believe in, destiny, and you believe in, karma and past lives, there are some things as, karmic debt, things that you have done in past lives that you are now, that are affecting you now, things that you have to pay, you kind of have to pay your dues. You kind of have to learn some lessons before you can, before you can even move towards ultimate happiness, I guess. And if that sounds heavy, this is a very heavy card. Although, like I said, this is a good omen normally. This indicates, things, Lady Luck being on your side, I guess you could say that. So if you are kind of wondering about a situation, and maybe you're doing something or you're about to do something that is kind of going against the odds, I feel like luck is on your side. And so if you're kind of on the fence about something, I feel like this is giving you that green light to go ahead and take that chance, take that risk. All right, so I feel like a message for only some of you Libras, but nonetheless, it is a reminder again that things are out of our control. Not to, fight what's going on in your life, but to kind of find a way to embrace it and find a way to work with that energy as opposed to fighting against it, as that will only make us, tired, and it'll wear us out, and it'll only distract ourselves from what is important. All right. Okay, so the first card, Libra, is giving a general indication of your rest of July. Does that make sense? For the rest of your July, we have 5 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this is that Wheel of Fortune kind of turning its wheels again. And this time I do feel like things, again, are going to be working to your advantage. So I feel like for some of you Libras, you guys have been kind of dealing with some sort of pain from somebody else, like somebody inflicted some sort of pain on you. You may have been suffering from some sort of injustice or something where somebody kind of screwed you over, or somebody did you wrong, or you just found out that somebody wasn't being honest with you, or that, they weren't who they said they were. Or maybe just somebody in your life just, was negligent with your feelings, something along those lines. And I feel like with this Five of Swords in reverse showing up now, if this was kind of like a high profile kind of event, then, people are going to sort of be on your side. They're going to kind of, maybe if they were, blaming you at first, they're going to be apologizing to you now. They're going to be like, oh, well, things due to the recent, in light of recent evidence, we forgive you, or something like that. They are going to, or your name is sort of going to be cleared, your reputation is going to be restored, and if your name has kind of been dragged through the mud, it's going to be cleansed again. It's going to be wiped clean. And even, on a less superficial scale, on a deeper note, you are finally going to forgive that person. You are going to get over what happened. Maybe, it was so hard to forgive them because they just weren't apologetic, or they were denying everything that happened. They were kind of, gaslighting you, making you feel like you were crazy, and making you feel like, you were overreacting in some way, or something like that, or you had your facts straight, or you were jumping to conclusions, you were making accusations, you were being paranoid, what have you, Finally, this person is leveling with you, being honest with you, or it may not even be a person, maybe a situation where, things just kind of really left you hanging, and now things are, that balance is being restored, where it's like, okay, maybe I was getting squished, falling between the cracks, but now I'm in a place where I am, able to be who I am, and I'm getting what I deserve, and I'm not getting the short end of the stick. I am actually allowed to flourish. And going back and forth, going back to, if somebody did screw you over, or somebody was making you feel like your feelings were invalid, now they're finally going to just admit that they were wrong, or admit fault, and everything is going to be kind of out in the open, and you are going to be able to heal now. I feel like if there was some sort of blockage, if you needed that closure, it's going to come, and you're going to be able to release all those emotions, and you're going to be able to move forward again. That Wheel of Fortune is that those wheels are turning now, and you're finally able to move forward. You're not going to be stuck. You're not going to be, isolated and into your own thoughts and feelings and questioning your own sanity. You're going to be able to bounce back, and you're going to be, yourself again. So excellent stuff. Now let's see something that you guys need to take note of, something that you may be missing, some, missing piece of the puzzle, something that you guys should be aware of. So we have this Eight of Pentacles in the reverse position. Okay, so I do feel like, again, some of you may have been feeling stuck. Some of you may have needed that closure, or you've been feeling like you were screwed over, even just, a situation, maybe perhaps at work, you weren't really getting the credit that you deserved, or you weren't, people were just, taking advantage of you, or maybe at home, people were unappreciative of the things that you've been doing, or you've been just neglected in some way, and you feel like things haven't been really fair for you. I do feel like with this Eight of Pentacles is something you're missing. I feel like you want to make sure that you are not playing the victim role too much. With this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, I do feel like maybe some of you have been slacking a little bit. Some of you have been hanging back, and you've been kind of not wanting to put in as much effort as you normally would have. And again, it's understandable when you're in that kind of state where people are, screwing you over, people aren't giving you that credit, people aren't appreciative of you. It's almost like, what's the point? Why am I going to put in that effort when it's just going to go unnoticed, or I'm going to end up, with nothing again? And there is that energy here where, you may have been falling back a little bit, getting left behind. And this probably has to do with, that motivation to do something, to, carry on with everyday activities. You almost feel hopeless on getting, but I do feel like you want to, again, we have with the symbolism, this wheel here, we have that Wheel of Fortune. You want to make sure that you're not staying in a rut. You're pushing yourself forward. Those wheels are turning and turning. you may have lost a bit of that drive, a bit of that fuel, but you want to make sure that you are taking care of the little things every day. You guys are still, waking up and doing what you regularly do in the morning. You're remembering to feed yourself and to eat healthy, to, if you guys are in exercise regimes, or you guys are making sure that you're taking care of things around the house, doing your chores, getting things done, maintaining things. This is a card to me about maintenance, about covering all your bases at home and in the workplace, perhaps, but just in general, your daily things are being taken care of. Don't let things get you down, because I do feel like you will get that release, you will get that closure pretty soon. Don't let this person or this situation define you and really hold you back. I feel like some of you may need to compartmentalize things a little bit more, and kind of, even if you do have a situation going on, you don't want to let that take center stage and take hold of your life and hold you back. You want to make sure that you are, pushing yourself, even when, you feel like, what's the point? I know it's hard, it's tough, but you want to have a little bit more of a self-preserving attitude and work ethic, and you want to push yourself even more, even when it seems like people around you could care less about you. You want to do it for yourself. You want to find that drive, that passion that you have for your own growth, for your own self. Do it for you. Don't do it for anybody else, and don't, define yourself, like I said, based on this other person or other people's value that they're putting on you. Try to find the value in yourself and boost your self-worth, your self-esteem. Okay, so general advice for you Libras is Judgment. All right, so we have a major arcana card here. So it's time to face the music. So again, I do feel like some of you may have been slacking with this 8 of Pentacles, and you've been refusing to, keep the wheels turning. You've been refusing to move forward, and you've been kind of stuck in a rut because of some sort of, conflict going on in your life, some sort of possible injustice that has happened to you, and you've been really like, screw you guys, you didn't take my side, or you weren't willing to give me the benefit of the doubt, or you guys are totally overlooking me, totally not giving me credit where I deserve it. You guys are unappreciative of me, and you guys don't deserve me. But it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy, where they're kind of putting that pressure on you. They're saying, oh, you don't do anything, or they're screwing you over, you're nothing, and you're questioning your own sanity, and then you go on and you stop, you put the brakes on your productivity and your work. And so obviously it's like going to perpetuate that cycle of you lowering your self-worth lower and lower. With this Judgment card as general advice, I feel like it's time to face the music. It's time to wrap it up. It's time to put an end to all this hurt that you have been feeling, or some sort of, whatever hurt, whatever victim mentality. I don't want to say victim mentality, but this thing that has happened to you, where you may have been screwed over, or this person may have, you may have finally discovered that this person is not worth your time and effort. Just say goodbye to that. Let it go. Don't linger onto that pain. Don't stop your own progress and your own productivity because you want to dwell on that negativity. This Judgment card is ushering in a new phase of your life, a new attitude that you're going to have, and really is just a calling for you guys. It's saying, leave everything that no longer serves you behind. Leave the hurt, leave the negativity in that old chapter of your life, and close the book on that time in your life. Open up a new book. You have fresh blank paper out in front of you, and you have the tools, you have the pen in your hand to write whatever future you want. So you want to turn this around. You want to put in that hard work. You want to take care of business. You want to be making sure that the wheels keep turning, that things keep going, because again, you do have a favorable time for you. I feel like some of you may have been recovering, coming out from a really dark time in your life, but this 5 of Swords is like, and with this Judgment card especially, this is atonement, this is vindication, this is everything everything that you deserve coming back to you. This is the truth being revealed, and all truth coming to light. So if you have been neglected, you've been unappreciated, and people are ungrateful for you, this is a new time now where you will determine who exactly gets to be in your life. You get to determine exactly how people see you. If you are not being appreciated, you're going to make them appreciate you. I don't feel like you're literally going to force somebody to appreciate you, but I do feel like, other people, maybe someone in particular, they are going to come to their senses. They're going to finally, realize like, okay, or admit to their faults, their mistakes, and be like, okay, you were right all along, or I shouldn't have treated you like this, or you're going to be getting credit where it's due. But I do feel like you want to get out of that rut, and you want to make sure that you are actually being productive, and you're not just you may have been overlooked in the past, but don't let that give them a reason. You don't want to give them a reason for them to be unappreciative of you. So you don't want to fulfill that cycle of lowering your self-worth lower and lower. You want to just break that cycle, and make sure that you are trying to be the best version of yourself, instead of retreating and letting other people dictate how big you are or how little you are. You have the power to do that for yourself, and to set your own pace, set your own goals, and to be whoever you want to be. So general advice for you Libras is the Six of Cups. Okay, so this was kind of nudging this energy here. This is almost like, it's like making way for the Six of Cups here. And the Six of Cups is a cup, water energy. So again, the main energy here, we have air energy like you, we have earth energy, and now we have water energy here. So water has to do with your emotions, has to do with memories, has to do with the subconscious. And the Six of Cups to me is a card of nostalgia, card of looking back on happy times, sad times, just memories in general. And it's almost like this is you, Libra, and you are saying goodbye, or you're reconnecting with your inner child, but letting that go. So I feel like some of you, again, have been recovering, coming out of the dark place, but you don't want to go back into the same patterns of hurt and negativity that you have been experiencing since you were little. Again, if you believe in like past lives and karmic debt, you've been kind of learning the same lessons that karma is trying to teach you from before, and these are things that are ingrained into you. These are things that are just your natural instinctual response to things. So maybe for some of you Libras, you've been kind of isolating yourself, you've been dwelling on hurt and how people mistreat you, instead of moving forward. And this card to me is a beautiful card. This is you honoring your inner child and all the things that have made you who you are, all the memories, all the experiences that you have, but you're kind of at the same time letting go. I feel like this is kind of that little child, the inner child in you. And this child is in the water, in the realm of emotions and that subconscious, that kind of elusive place in your mind of a dream state, the subconscious, all the things that are regulating your mood. It's I don't know if I'm making sense, but it's like that dark side of the moon, that dark place that some of you may be coming from, and that's comfortable to you. You can be addicted to a certain kind of sadness, and I feel like especially, these days you've been kind of dwelling on hurt, on past issues. And here again, it's honoring that, it's reconnecting with who you are and what's made you you, but then you're also saying goodbye, you're letting go, you're honoring your past, but you're moving forward. You're stepping out of the water and you're coming onto dry land. You're going into a new phase of your life, a new attitude for you guys, and you're saying goodbye to this past hurt so that you can keep the wheels turning and you can be more productive and you can actually move forward instead of lingering and being stuck in a rut. So thank you very, very much for watching. I'm going to keep this short. And I just want to say thank you so much to all the people who have been watching me, commenting. I love hearing from you guys. Some of you have been here since the very beginning, and this is great. This is really exciting. I hope that you guys continue to find value in my readings, and that you are inspired, you get some insight from this, and that your lives are ultimately a little bit better and brighter because of it. So again, if you haven't watched your July 2017 tarot reading, watch that. And of course, if you haven't watched your other signs readings as well, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever sign you identify with, please check that out as well. And I'll see you guys next time. Stay beautiful. I wish you so much love, peace, strength, and joy, courage to be who you are and to be unapologetically who you are. And I love you guys so much. Thank you.